Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill World. So, we just got out of bed, and we're waking up to the sweet sound of death. That's what I was gonna say. So, due to busy schedules, filming has been happening at weird times lately, and this is quite early in the morning. And we're kicking off the day with technical death metal, and not any technical death metal talk. This is Arkaik. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it. Arkaik. And they're from what label? They're from the mighty, the Artisan Era. And this is the new song of their upcoming album, Labyrinth of Hungry Ghosts, which sounds juicy, and it's called Wayward Opulence. And I want to make a comment on that. Wayward Opulence. Do you know what opulence means? No, me neither. Do you know what wayward means? I think it's like directed at something. So like, as far as I can tell, forward means that way, and backward means that way, and for example, upwards means that way, and since way is just a way, wayward basically means way. So it just means going somewhere. So my point with that is, tech death musicians are absolutely amazing at picking titles that no one knows what they mean, but they sound sick. And that's actually what's going on in the music as well. Are you ready? No. Okay. Oh! That's a good moment to take a pause. Wow, it's like that's my favorite kind of morning coffee. Okay, so yeah, I actually was gonna say if you drink coffee, it's because you don't wake up with this. Yes, and the other thing that I was gonna say is based on what I'm hearing so far, I can tell this is your kind of tech death song. Yeah, definitely. I think compared to the older stuff I heard from them, from Supernal Flame, it's kind of more raw in the mix. It doesn't have that kind of echoey sort of echoey stuff. Yeah. I love the dynamic that's kind of harmonies, like with more open chords and then alternating with the really, really choppy stuff when the vocals kick in and with the blast beats and everything. And I love that we're getting close-ups on the guitar so you can see the finger magic. There was some super, super aggressive picking in this solo we just seen. Like the right hand was going. I'm gonna stop doing that. Okay. It's why it's called Tech Wanker. Okay, so the only song we heard from these guys before was Supernal Flame, which I think was just a one-off single after their latest album. Yeah. And that one sounded really, 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 really fast, like faster than this. And I would say more messed up and intricate and faster and had this like sort of really echoey sci-fi feel. And this feels more organic, more paced, more cleared out, and more progressive and choppy rather than just insane all the way. And I didn't see it coming. And the vocals aren't so much tech death filth and they're more like mid-range growl, so I'm afraid this might be a tech death song that's decent. Aww. That being said though, it's a tech death song that's really, really good, so let's see how it goes. Okay. Oh, there goes everything about decency! Oh shit! The grooves! Damn! Okay, I get what you're on about. I get it. Okay, so let's just acknowledge that a lot of those people, Malcolm Q, Mike Lowe, they're from Inferi. Okay. So I think Inferi is the band that's most involved with this label. I've said this before, but I still haven't checked my facts that I think they might actually be the owners of the label. Okay, but I want to talk music, I want to talk video, and I want to talk concept. Go with the first one, go with the second, go with... Okay, so... the reason I bring that up is those people behind them with that red light in that room are kind of trapped. Okay? And then we see the creepy red eye entity show up and shows him some symbol. And when that happens, you get kind of this close-up going into the symbol, and then he's like, got her hands around his head and twisting it around. I'm pretty sure that's something about some form of mental manipulation that kind of traps you. Because also then after doing that, they kind of pull them in the back with the rest of the people behind the windows. So it's like, I don't know if it's about indoctrination or something of the sort, but it's definitely about kind of losing your free will. Also on the concept, or at least on the visual concept, I have one thing to complain about. They did all the mumbo jumbo on the vocalist, and they did trap the drummer, but I saw nothing going on with the guitarist. I don't like that. Guitarists get away. Yeah, guitarists get away. Guitarists get the god complex. No disrespect intended. It's got the grooves, man. Like, it's got the blast beats, but it's got the grooves. So it's got that sick alternation that just works. Yeah. And it's got... I like this about Tech Death a lot. It's got this style of riff that goes up into melodies and then descends back into, like, chugs and grinding and stuff, and then moves back up again, and it's got this whole... We call it chasing rabbits on the fretboard effect. That's it is. That's really cool how they're doing it. I loved what they did with the solo. That it was very technical. It had all the show-off shredding, but it was still like intricate and virtuous and melodic and had these cuts in between. So that was really cool. And how they cut from the solo like into this majestic moment and then into the breakdown. They were doing a bit of a similar thing in Supernal Flame as well at the end of the solo, having this clear out moment. So it's definitely kind of like a peak climax. Yeah. And it's actually after the solo that all the scenes in the video came in, and then with the characters came in, and then I was like getting sucked in the imagery, and then a blast beat would whack me, and I was like, oh wait, Windmill. and then I get sucked into the imagery, and then a blast beat would hit again. So it would be like, as long as you're not blasting, I'll be able to listen to what you're saying. If you're blasting, I'm all this. Are we done here? I think we're done here. So if you enjoyed this reaction, we really appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells. Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon. Of course, yeah.